Center ngali ku international level atenga lobbyist byebigo byayogedde.
Uganda is a thugocracy. There is nothing, there's no word for what's going on in Uganda today other than a disgrace. And it's a barefaced thugocracy that the United States and every civilized nation should condemn. And Bobiwine's safety after having won that election should be paramount in the minds of foreigners, especially foreign donors or those countries that work with Uganda.
In Uganda, the government said the internet shutdown was necessary to prevent misinformation and people using it to abuse and undermine the territorial integrity of Uganda and to protect life and property. And that it was necessary for the government mandated by the Constitution to protect people and to maintain law and order. You are shaking your head. Why so?
It's a joke. I mean, the people who are lighting the fires work for the government. There is no law and order in Museveni's Uganda unless you support Museveni. He defines a citizen as those who work for him. He has no idea what an actual citizen inside Uganda is if they don't agree with him. These are the ravings of a man who's been in power for 40 years and who's just absolutely attempting to develop a dynasty and pass it on to his kid without any deference to the people of Uganda.
Why do you think there seemed to be a plan for the son of the president to come? You mentioned dynasty here. Do you think that is the plan in Uganda?
Well, do you think this son of the president actually qualifies as a general? Are you kidding me? With his statements made in the last week, he'd have been kicked out of any real army in the world. Closing the internet for property rights. Come on. Closing the internet is a violation of all the international treaties that Uganda and Tanzania have signed. It makes them no better than Iran. It puts them right up there with Iran and North Korea and all those other countries that are shameful murderers of their own people. That's what we're seeing in Africa. We are seeing the return of Idi Amin's type of government. That's what we're seeing. And it is incredible to me that anyone in Uganda watching what's going on today, or for that matter in Tanzania what's going on to me, can be anything other than critical of the governments who deploy tools and resources that are contrary to every international treaty in order to shut down the voice of the people.
Well, your law firm, AP Partners, came out with a press release a few moments ago calling on the international community to ensure Bobiwine's protection. But some of his critics are saying that it's neither here nor there, and it's calculated to tarnish the image of Uganda, both locally and internationally.
Well, you know, it's kind of funny. I don't need to tarnish Uganda's image. They do it for themselves and very well. Just look at the statements that have been made by Museveni's son. I mean, just take a look at what he said, and I can quote this purported general. If he doesn't surrender to the police, we will treat him as a rebel and handle him accordingly. Personally, I'm embarrassed by our record. 22 protesters killed in 1 week is too low. I promise to do better. Are you kidding me? Are you seriously trying to suggest anything I or any other human being could say could harm Uganda's reputation more than the rantings of this man? And remember, it is Uganda's obligation under domestic and international law to protect the lives of their citizens. Look at what this man says. He says, I tell you that the NUP will be removed and extinguished from our land like a bad dream. This man has no idea of what rights and obligations he, in his position, is supposed to respect. He is completely lawless. He is an an outside the law operator in a uniform that is ill-fitting anyone who has any claim to rule of law or democracy. The Ugandans have only themselves to blame for a terrible reputation in the international community that is not being assisted by their attempting to hunt down the winner of the last election, Mr. Wine.
But some are...
All right. Akatambi ako ngenda sura nga ka uploadinze.
We need you. You are our only hope. Abachala abali abadde bavayo ne mukabira mutabani wa bobiwine. Abavubuka mwenna bakabadde ku campaigns. Mugenda kusituka. Bana bwe mulaba Kampala esituse. Every region ino kusituka. Kutusituka. This is what we do. We're not going to ban things and then kill people. That's not our intention. No. What we want to do is to go to government institutions. Involving M7. Those ones we can mess them up. Because we want to mess up his system. Yes, we have to mess up his system. And then reset everything and create something new afresh. But what was it to say? Our intention is not to kill people. We don't have such hatred. Uganda police Nagamba Good Muganda is a dead one. But now I'm telling you, in the Hamway is the police of Uganda. Abakuru of police of Uganda by the Hamway. Eastern DRC. Babayo, Museveni asoka n'abakuumira enakiva refugee camp. Nga bazenga barepo. Training. Yabayigiriza Oluganda. Luganda is one of the languages they teach them even before they leave Rwanda. When they come in, they are already from offices. You want to kumanyira mu nsi yaffe. Otukola sente kumanyira. Kakajja mu Uganda. Tekirina kikamanyi. Bajjajja bako ne tebali baawo. Tebalwanirira nsi yaffe. Nekakumanyira nekakugamba ebintu bitakwatagana. Really, then how do we find such kind of a rotten country to our children? They're going to be slaves. They're going to make them slaves in our country. People, let's rise up. Let's rise up. Museveni is a legitimate president and Tanabana Grace war. Not be right, Manjovola, Abachati. Not be. Or you would be a Jacoba Kutana Fuzikiriza. Banane, but I tell you one man, whoever the Quaker president was, whoever the Kumukuma. Kumukuma Yajatambula, whoever the Kuma president, yes, sir.
Kale, so 2 years ago, sir.
Washington.
Kalisem.
California, Chicago, Mugende, White, Chizibu, administration of Trump. But we're exposing a Paula White. We're going to go to the Museveni move. Museveni will respond to the
Kale mukama kukume.